Good morning, everyone. It is a little after 5:30. Sensing a pattern here. So this is day two of the carbohydrate cycling, what I do and how I do it and why I do it. So today is a medium carbohydrate day. Now I do have three of these during the week. We have 5 training days, so 2 off days will be low days, 3 medium days, 2 high days, which we'll get to tomorrow. So on the medium day, I'm going to eat around 500 grams of carbohydrate now. So when I'm prepping my meals, I know that I'm going to have 75 grams from that first meal that I talked, or that first carbohydrate meal I talked about yesterday, where I do the big shake with the oats and the banana and the egg whites. And then I need to also subtract 50 grams of carbohydrate for the highly branched cyclic dextrins that I use in my intra workout drink. And so that's going to leave us 375 grams of rice to play with. Now, divide that by 5 meals. I like to eat small, more frequent meals. If you want to divide that up into 3, do it. Make them further apart. I like to do them smaller, eat them more frequently, but what I do is I make sure the protein is matched with that. So for what I need for the day, for the total protein intake, the protein that will go into each of those smaller meals will be 5 ounces, a little under 5 ounces, 4.8 ounces, and that'll be cooked. So when you're cooking your rice, take into account the nutritional info is raw. So figure out, and you can do it one time and you're going to be close enough. Figure out how much weight you're losing when you cook it, so you know how much you need. So for my needs, each of those 75 gram carbohydrate meals will have 4.8 ounces of boneless, skinless chicken breast. So what we're going to do for this is with the rice, like I said, you're going to have 75 grams of carbohydrate over 5 meals. That gives me my 375. Now by weight, each 75 grams of carbohydrate is 93 grams by weight of basmati rice. And this is the one that I use. This is my favorite one. Get a big bag of this at BJ's for like 15 or 20 bucks and save yourself a ton of money. So we're going to do 93 times 5 is 465. So that's where we're going to start. So food scale and what did we say? 465. So, and if you don't have a rice cooker or an Instant Pot, you're missing out. I would recommend the Instant Pot because it's so versatile. You can do so many different things in it. And it really is fast. I mean, for this huge amount of rice, it takes maybe 5 to 7 minutes for it to warm up, and then it cooks in 12 minutes. So when I get ready to walk out the door to go on my walk, I just press start before I walk out the door, and it finishes probably 5 minutes or so before I get back, and it's ready to go. It keeps it warm for you. Now, to go with that 465 grams by weight of rice, I need 1,500 grams of broth. Again, like I said, beef broth, chicken broth. I did get a couple of questions in my DMs regarding sodium. Unless you have this is not medical advice. This is for entertainment purposes only. Disclaimer, always consult a medical professional before you do anything, yada, yada, yada. Don't listen to me. I'm a stupid meathead who deals with glaucoma all day. I'm not a hypertension guy. But unless you're dealing with hypertensive issues or something like that, sodium's good. You need sodium for muscle fullness. You need sodium for carbohydrate transport. Sodium and water are two of the most important things that you're going to have during the course of your day to build for a good workout later on. So I don't mess around with the low sodium chicken broth. I used chicken broth in my rice right up until the day before the contest when we pulled my sodium. So, and I walked on stage pretty much without my skin. So I don't think this is going to hurt anyone. Just my opinion. Your mileage may vary. But like I said, 1,500 grams of chicken broth. And again, like I said, you don't have to be a psychopath like I am. You can weigh it by the cup. You can get it close. But to my mind, the more habitual a thing becomes, when it comes time that you absolutely have to do it that way, i.e. contest prep, it's become a habit. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to force yourself to do anything. So that's that. And then in here, we have the batter for the pancake that we discussed yesterday. Again, this time around. And if you're putting something in it like fruit or something like that, again, this is where it's important to weigh things because you need to know how much to account for so you get the proper amount of whatever else you're putting in there. So for instance, the banana today was a little bit bigger. So it was around 33 grams of carbohydrate. So I think the one yesterday was like 22 or 23 and almost 75 total. So I just subtract that from my 75 that I'm getting from my oats. Do the math, cross multiply, solve for X. Mr. Pitts would be proud of me. So what I had in here was the one banana, 62 grams by weight of oats, and again, 400 grams of liquid egg whites, and I will cook that up. Then, just like the other day, just like yesterday, trimmed chicken for me, scraps for the boys, and again, it ends up being around the same. Lose about a pound and 1.3, 1.2, 1.3 pounds in rendering it. Now, I probably could cut off less, but what's taking 15 minutes to get an extra 5 ounces worth? It really isn't. So that will be cooked, and I'll do a quit screwing your chicken up video later this week because I had nothing in the messages that I've gotten is, oh my gosh, how can you eat chicken every day? It's so dry and it's so disgusting. Well, that's because your mama didn't teach you how to cook chicken correctly. Don't worry. Uncle Larry's going to take care of that. Chicken does not have to be dry. It does not have to be tedious. It does not have to be old and boring. Whether you're doing ground chicken or you're doing ground turkey or you're doing boneless, skinless chicken breast or boneless, skinless turkey breast, you can make it good. Just quit. There's a video series a guy I love. He says, quit effing it up, telling people how to cook stuff. Quit effing your chicken up. Quit overcooking it. But I'll show you how to do that later this week. So we have the rice going. Have everything set aside for the protein pancake. And then after when I get back from my walk, I will cook my chicken. I already have a lot of chicken left over cooked from the other day. I like to cook a little more than I need. So days like today when I'm in a rush, I have to work in Fayetteville today. So that's a 3-hour drive each way before I even start working. And we also have an 8 o'clock conference call. So I need to have a lot of things done ahead of time. So let's go walk for 30 minutes. We're all big boys and girls. We can go to bed early. We can get up early. There's nothing on television that is more important than your morning walk. Besides, you can take your phone with you and watch it and listen to it while you walk. See you in 30. All right, so here we have a full day of eating on the medium carbohydrate day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rice meals at 75 grams of carbs. The protein pancake. And in with each of the chicken meals, we have some additional fat from almonds. Steak meal, I didn't worry about that because that takes care of itself. And as glucose disposal agent, utilizing suppressor. I went over that in an earlier video. So there it is. The only things you're not seeing here were my morning yogurt, which I already ate, and the creamy, which my wife and I will be enjoying just before bed tonight.